the lesson to take from this story is this text in Hebrews 1. In the past, God spoke to our forefathers through the prophets at many times and in various ways. One of the ways that we learn about here, and we see throughout the Hebrew Bible, is through angels. That angels speak to the prophets. Angels appear to people. Hebrews continues to say, but in these last days he has spoken to us by his Son, which means that not before, but now. Before he spoke through angels, now he's speaking to us through his Son. Now, if you're a Christian, for you to then turn around and turn these angels into the Son of God, I think is problematic from a Christian point of view. Hebrews goes on to tell us that that there is a significant difference between the Son and angels. They are very different. He tells us that there's a difference between men and angels. There's a difference between men and the Son. So, in Hebrews 1:5, for to which of the angels did God ever say, you are my son, today I've become your father, and so on and so forth? Well, he's never said that to an angel, but who are these characters that are appearing in the Hebrew text? The text calls them angels. Now, if you believe in the New Testament, you also have to believe that the Hebrew Bible was inspired by God. Okay? We may disagree about whether the New Testament is. I don't believe it was inspired by God. But if you believe it is inspired by God, then you have to take these words seriously. And if you do, you also have to believe that the Hebrew Scriptures were inspired by God. Otherwise, your New Testament makes no sense the minute that you get rid of the Hebrew Bible. That's why you need to find ways to, try and tie the two together so desperately. But the minute that you take and start turning these angels into JC, then you are doing something, as I say, that the New Testament very clearly says just doesn't fit. As I say, all of the elements that you get excited about that in your mind create this idea that this particular angel or that particular angel appearing here, there, and everywhere was really JC. When we come to the New Testament, what about all the angels in the New Testament that appeared at the various occasions? What about the angels that appeared to Joseph and Mary? Was that also JC? Announcing births, just like with Manoah, just like with Hagar, just like with Abraham and Sarai. Or in Cornelius, where he actually calls the angel Lord. So obviously it must have been God. You would have no problem suspending your literalist interpretation with Cornelius and saying, no, he understood that this angel was acting as a messenger of God, but you won't do it to Manoah and his wife. That when they made the comments that they made, we should be careful about how we understand them or understand their meaning. In fact, I would offer up that there's a bit of a problem introduced with Manoah, because Manoah wants to know the name of the angel. The angel refuses to give it to him because he wouldn't understand it. But Manoah, when he was asking for the name, he was asking for the name of the angel so that he would know who to accredit or who to worship, commemorate, or remember when it came to pass. Now remember, at this point in time, the people of Israel were not at a high spiritual point, as it were, in the land of Israel, that they were being seduced by the idol worship of the surrounding nations that they were supposed to drive from the land and did not do. And Manoah is doing something here. He's inquiring of something because he has this improper notion. He is attributing something wrongly to the angel. And the angel won't give him a name because he doesn't want Manoah to worship him when the child is born. He doesn't want to get any credit because he's just an angel. Now, if we were to understand in light of the New Testament, if that was really JC and JC really is God, if all of these things really are true that the New Testament and that Christian theology wants us to become convinced of, then it makes sense that if that really was JC, he wouldn't have any problem saying, hey, it's me, Yeshua, I'm going to come in a few thousand years, but for now we got things to do, and so I'm kind of hanging out and acting like an angel. You know, you've reduced your Son of God into a messenger boy here. What are you doing? That's ridiculous. If you really take your New Testament seriously, you can't do that. But back to the point that if this really was JC, then there wouldn't have been any problem revealing himself. If the truth was that there was a Trinity, if the truth was that there was a 3 in 1 from the very beginning, there wouldn't have been any issue with revealing himself as, I'm the second person of God, Elohim, and you can worship me, and here's my name. There wouldn't have been any problem with that if that really was JC, if it really was God, because it's okay to worship God. It's not okay to worship angels. We know this over and over again through the Hebrew text, and we also find it in the New Testament. We don't worship angels because angels are not God. So if this was really JC, there wouldn't be any problem worshiping him because he's God. And you're allowed to worship God. You're encouraged to worship God. You're commanded to worship God. You're not allowed to worship anything that isn't God. And the angel didn't want him worshiping him. So obviously he wasn't God. Angels are ministering spirits. Okay? And to that degree, I don't think that disagrees with what we see in the Hebrew Scriptures. But more so, they are servants of God. They do God's bidding. They do what God tells them to do. And we read this in the New Testament. That angels who do not do what they're supposed to do are, if they disobey, according to the New Testament. I'm saying according to the New Testament, I'm not arguing this from a Hebrew, Jewish point of view or from the Hebrew Scriptures. I'm saying according to your New Testament, angels who act in disobedience get bound in chains. If this was an angel, he was simply doing the bidding of God. Even as the spirit that came and suggested to put the lying word in the mouth of the prophets went and deceived Ahab into, here's Ahab. Ahab knows that Ahab knows why these prophets are saying what they're saying, and he still goes into battle. It's the craziest thing, but I realize how true that is because I realize that you're going to take what I say and you're going to go into battle. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter the truth that I speak because you're going to go headlong into the belief that you are holding on to with all your heart, with all your soul. You're going to be listening to the false prophets who are going to be all claiming to speak for God. And you're going to follow them. So, as much as I would hope that it didn't come to that, I hope you find your way. So, I'm not going to bother you anymore and chase you around on these videos. This is it, so you won't have to worry about me bugging you anymore. So, take care. Shalom.